Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Neo Scavenger, continuing on with my I'm Not a Cannibal challenge, where I attempt to go through the game without eating any human beings. In any case, let's go ahead and continue moving here. I managed to figure out how to craft arrows in the last video, and I filled myself up to max capacity with those arrows. As a matter of fact, I have an arrow I had to leave behind because I didn't know quite what that limit is. We managed to find a squirrel and eat it, so that's good. We have some berries in our pocket. Thirst is a problem. I need to find a means to be able to sterilize water if I can, which I'm going to come over to this area to do so. We also have another place we can scavenge over here, so we'll end the turn here. All right, let's go ahead and scavenge this area. So we still don't have a means to get through the locked storage sheds, but we can go ahead and loot these other areas. We did possibly draw attention here. We do have corn-a-cola, which I am going to drink. I do want this tarp if I can get it. Problem is just our inventory as is. But if I'm a little bit creative with how I move things around, we might be able to do this. Oh, also, it would help if I grab the items in their entirety. So, tarp. We have a shiv, but it's not in good condition. We have some more foil. This is important for making arrows. And dirty rags, we'll just use that to top ourselves off. How are we doing medically? So far, our rags are okay. And I'm going to go ahead and drink the last of this corn-a-cola. Okay. We have some jeans, which is in better condition than our cargo pants, but our cargo pants have more capacity, so I'll just go ahead with that. Okay, well, that wasn't a bad find. Let's continue to scavenge here, as there's other things that we can search, like this abandoned house. Okay, we did alert. Might not want to stick around, but we only really have one more place to loot anyway. And we didn't find anything, so let's start moving over to this area. And we'll end the turn. Okay, deer there might be a good opportunity to hunt. But first I'd like to scavenge. So, unfortunately, another locked storage shed that we can't do anything with, but we can try and loot this. All right. I still think that water is of the utmost importance. Doesn't let me scavenge the wood, so never mind about that. Should I come down this way, or should I try and hunt? I have 2 action points. 1, 2. This should get me to where the deer is. It would give me one opportunity to take it down, perhaps. And the problem, though, is it's nowhere near woods right now, and I wouldn't be able to cook it where it is without taking wood to it. And I'm not really hungry, I'm more thirsty, so I'm going to let it go for now, but maybe in the future we'll try that. I am going to come over here and try and scavenge, because I still think we need a way to boil water. A can, anything would be nice. And it's one of those things that, you know, sometimes you really miss what you had in other playthroughs. Okay, so it's a little late at night now. So we are going to have to start thinking about getting shelter, and we are thirsty yet again. Okay, destroyed office buildings and crumbling apartment buildings. We'll start with the apartment building. We did manage to find things. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, glass is in pretty good condition. I'm going to just grab that, because it's likely that other glass in this area or in this pile are not in the same condition, so I'm going to let that go. The cargo pants, not in particularly good condition. Going through the shirts, we're good there. I don't think we need anything else here. Okay. Let's continue to scavenge. So, destroyed office building. Okay, let's scavenge again. I think I'm just going to scavenge all of these buildings. Okay, so stuck in an opening. While trying to access a blocked room, you get stuck crawling through an opening in the debris. You managed to wriggle free again, but you lost quite a bit of time in the ordeal. No useful items found at this time. Okay, so I don't think we got hurt or anything, so that was okay, I guess. Let's go ahead and scavenge one more time. Okay. We're going to have to move on, so go ahead and do so. We have a dog here. We don't really want to encounter that if we can avoid it. All right. I'd prefer to just go right into the woods here. So that's what we're going to try and do. Fortunately, we're not going to have any action points. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to open up our inventory and we're going to start eating these berries. And the idea here is to try and get our thirst out of the parched area. Okay, end turn. All right, so first things first, we're going to need to craft because we are currently in a location. Actually, let me take a look at the camp. Okay. Yeah, we're currently in a location where we can't see very well. So we're going to try and do something about that. Okay, and then we want the trapping skill. Okay, now we have a fire. Now we can see. Next thing I want to do is with the remaining action point, we're going to scavenge. We're going to scavenge the woods. And we're going to use our botany skill. And let's go ahead and take a look at these items. So we've got edible berries, and edible mushrooms. So that's very good for us. So yet again, we have food. That's not the problem. The problem is we're very thirsty. And the issue with this is the fact that to quench our thirst, we could just drink water, but we could get sick from that. And I'm trying to avoid it, but at this point we're so thirsty that I don't know if we can really get around it. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and just eat these berries. They're not in particularly great... Well, I say that, and then some of them are in good condition, some of them are not. But, you know, I don't think there's really a problem eating these berries when we don't really... We're not hungry. Because at least it addresses some of our thirst. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab the mushrooms, put them in our pocket for later. And as I said, we've got water here, so if worse comes to worse, we can always just drink what we've got here off the ground, more or less. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up our camp to some regard. Put that there. We're going to put this there. I'm not going to sleep just yet, though, because I would like to build traps and things, so we're going to end our turn. We're going to get into the crafting menu here. And it is getting to the point where I think I am just going to have to drink some of this water that's on the ground, to be honest with you. I don't think that there's anything I can do to avoid that. But what we are going to do is probably drink from one of our water bottles instead. I mean, this is water that we found in a forest, so I'm very hesitant to do that, but we drink the water, and we're going to drink this one again. Okay. I'm going to empty out these two water bottles, and we're going to use those to make traps. So we need this. We need string. Where is that? String. And we need bottles. 1 and 2. Okay. Firm, clear. Firm, clear. Okay, now we can just set that up in our camp. Have decent alertness. Does it matter if they're separated? No, it doesn't matter. Okay. I think that we're pretty much good to go. Oh, that's not true. We have a tarp. I forgot about that. So we're going to need a stick. We're going to need medium length. And we're going to need a tarp. And we have ourselves a first shelter. Gonna put that in. And now we can sleep if we want, although I am tempted to beat down the fire and rebuild it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now we're good to go. All right, so here's crossing our fingers that what we just did doesn't end up hurting us in some way. So let's go ahead and sleep at our camp. And I guess we'll find out if we have problems later. All right, so we're just going to beat down the fire again. Every time we wake up like this because of our insomnia, we're going to beat the fire down and we're going to rebuild it. As there's always the chance that you'll wake up in the night with your fire burnt out, so you really don't want that to happen, in my opinion. So go ahead and sleep. This time it looks like we fell asleep a little bit better. One of our rags became dirty. We're going to definitely want to take that off immediately. Fortunately for us, the cut is gone, so that is fine. Our bandage is doing 42. Just taking a look at the cut. Okay. Let's go take a look at our fire. So it's still down to 60%, so we're not getting that much sleep. It's just that the night is progressing. Okay, and go back to sleep. There we go. Okay, so we've woken up in the dark. We're going to craft ourselves another fire. We're going to need the trapping skill. And branches. And bark. There it is. Get rid of the bark. And we have ourselves another fire. Go back to sleep, although we don't need that much sleep at this point. Okay, we're back into the thirsty state, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take the risk of drinking some more of this water. I think this is the water that we emptied out of the bottles. I'm not positive on that, though, and I don't know how clean that water is, but we're just going to continue to take ourselves a little bit of a risk here, drinking this water here. And let's go back into our crafting so that we can make sure that we keep that fire up nice and high. Okay. Let's go back to sleep. Alright, well, it's daytime. We didn't get the best sleep, but it is what it is, and we can now go into our crafting screen and start taking down our camp. So we'll confirm that. And we have the traps. Okay. Now for our inventory, get the bits of string. The longer string here. The bottle. And the tarp. I'm going to leave these assorted parts behind yet again, just shedding some weight here and there. Oh, our bow is taking quite a beating. Interesting. We could probably try and craft another one. Shouldn't take that much effort. Just do that. And we can grab ourselves good condition, that, and ranged. There should be something else we need. What is the other thing that we need out of this? Okay, let's find it. Okay. Green wood. One sharp edge. Ah. Alright, so we need some kind of glass. This'll do. Okay. Alright, that's a better conditioned bow. And we'll put our arrows in that. So just walking around and what have you, we kind of beat up our bow. Alright, let's go ahead and eat these mushrooms to bring up our hunger. But it'll also bring up our thirst a little bit. Alright, it is now time to move on. Oh, and we stumbled upon somebody. Let's go ahead and search the area. Uh-oh, an Enfield Horror. It's 10 away from us, which I'm not exactly sure why our bow wasn't out. We're going to have to... I'm going to go ahead and fall back a little bit. Okay, it just moved on. We could have used the bow on it. We didn't have the right kind of arrow selected anyway. Alright, well, it's good that we took care of that. Let's end turn. Oh, hello. Alright, these guys are good guys from what I remember. So, they don't know we're here. But I think it's probably a good idea to reveal ourselves. So we're going to reveal ourselves. Okay, what are they doing? I just want to talk to them. He offered to talk. Yeah, we just did. We offered to talk again? Why are we not getting the talk thing? Why are we still hostile to them? Don't know if this is working as it's supposed to. It's possible because of the drone, but I keep offering to talk to them and they're not doing it. Okay. Offer to talk. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it took that long for that to take, but yeah, those guys are normally not hostile. All right, well, now we know what the helicopter-y looking thing was. It was just a drone. Okay, we're going to keep moving here. How are we doing as far as our journey? Okay, we're still ways away. I'm actually not sure how DMC Guard is this far out, but... Oh, I forgot my sleeping bag. We better go back to get it. That sucks that I did that, but it was better that I found out now than find out later. See, that's just a thing that I seemingly do a lot. All right. We definitely don't want to get caught by that Enfield Horror again. Although we could just shoot it with our bow if we do. Okay, I'm just going to go cross open country as much as possible until we can see a little bit better. Okay, we've got something we can scavenge. If that guy comes after me, I'll just shoot him with my bow and kill him. He doesn't look like he has anything on him that is worth fighting over. But we do have 5 arrows, so it might be worth doing. But in any case, let's go ahead and see if we can scavenge items here. Okay, so we've got an abandoned office tower. Let's go with the abandoned apartment building first. Oh, we found a whole bunch of stuff here. So crowbar is going to be very useful because it's going to be how we can get into all of those locked storage sheds we haven't been able to get into before. Take that. Let's see. Cardboard box doesn't have anything in it. This is a way we could store stuff. I'm definitely going to put this on my shoulder. It's going to be heavy, though, so that's a problem. We can use this to make foil, which is good. And we can use this to make glass. Speaking of which, go ahead and leave that glass behind. And I'm tempted here, go into the crafting menu, use the bottle to get the glass. And then The other thing I wanted to craft with. Something else I wanted to craft with, and I don't remember what it was. Well, we'll pick up the glass here. Put it with our other glass. It's 100%. What's the other thing? Oh, yeah, that's right. The potato chip bag. So we're going to take that. We're going to make foil out of it. I don't know how much foil you can stack on top of each other, but I guess we'll find out fairly soon. Oh, wow. You can fit a lot of foil on top of each other. That's good because that will allow us to make a lot of arrows in the future if we need to. Okay, looks like we're good, and that is also going to allow me to make some arrows as well, that glass, so pretty good. All right, let's continue to scavenge here. Let's go to the abandoned office tower. We can use the crowbar to scavenge, but I'd rather save it. Scavenge. Go with the other one. Okay, I alerted. I'm going to stay in this area, though. We'll go here. This is a little bit more dangerous, but let's go for it. Okay, we did alert yet again. So we just found some water and assorted parts and this. Oh, that's a shirt that might be in better condition. There we go. Okay. Send our turn. As a matter of fact, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.